Let's start talking about Martinez, Lautaro Martinez. We've had an update from Fabrizio Romano this morning on the podcast Here We Go podcast, and he says Tottenham's €70 million bid for Lautaro Martinez is still something to keep an eye on, as Inter's financial trouble could force their hand regardless of how much they want to keep the player.
Interesting. So maybe, yeah, look, I think there's a slight chance that this still might happen, but I guess they can't sell Martinez straight away. I think there's probably going to have to be imagine they did it in the same day or something, you know what I mean? There'll be riots at San Siro.
Has Lukaku been confirmed for Chelsea
It's
yet?
not confirmed, but it's pretty much is. He's had his medical. It's about when, not if. So so we have to wait and see how they react to it. I think there's got to be a bit of PR about it as well, as much as their financial troubles clearly are very, very bad. I think clearly, look, there's already been trouble with the fans for selling Lukaku. They've defaced his mural. They've been protesting outside the ground. So if they were to sell Martinez, if this news was to come out right now saying Martinez is also going, then that would be an absolute PR disaster. I mean, it will still be bad if it happens in a few weeks, but at least maybe they can come up with some sort of justification and signings, basically. They can sign some players before.
Well, they are on the way to signing Dzeko. They're on the way to signing Zapata and potentially even Martial.
Well, Romano said Martial to Inter's a no-go.
Oh, it's a no-go.
That's what he said. So, Zapata, yes, it looks like they signed Zapata, but Zapata played in a friendly for Atlanta yesterday, so that doesn't seem very far gone just yet. I just think at the moment it's still unlikely. I think it's a possibility, but I just think Inter Milan can't afford not to at least seem to be looking to keep him, basically, is my point. Even if they are going to sell. So I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. If it does happen, it will happen in a few weeks' time, I think.
The Athletic did follow on from that story, and they say Inter remain adamant that Martinez is staying despite Inter having parallel talks with Tottenham Hotspur, Atletico Madrid and Arsenal before the Lukaku sale. So, I mean, they were actually speaking to Arsenal. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what Arsenal put in an offer, apparently. Imagine if Arsenal beat him to us, that'd be a disaster. But that'd be an unbelievable signing for Arsenal if they did that. But
it's an unbelievable signing for anyone, isn't it?
Yeah, if they're going to get a seriously good player. He's not just your goal scorer. Although he got 19 goals in Serie A, I think he also got 10 assists as well. I think he was more of the link-up man to Lukaku's poaching and finishing.
Yeah.
So he's more of an all-round forward than Lukaku. Not all-round forward, but he's more of like a. He has a bit more to his game in the build-up play than maybe someone like Lukaku does. And he's an exceptional talent. And at 23 years of age, you're getting him at a good age as well. I just feel like it would be a fantastic signing, whoever gets him. And even if he does leave. But I've got a feeling they're going to hold strong Inter now that after selling Lukaku. It's going to be so difficult for them to justify to their fans selling him or selling another player. Because I know they might not have a choice. It's obviously not. It's not a foregone conclusion. The chairman might not have a choice, but I feel like he has to at least be seen to be trying his hardest to keep him. I think.
Yeah. Just like us with Harry Kane, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but it's different because we don't have we're not a team who doesn't have a choice. We hold all the cards. Inter don't seem to hold all the cards right now. They
don't seem to hold any cards right now, to be honest, with their financial situation. But we don't actually know how bad it is, but it does seem pretty bad if this is even being talked about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting, the rumours at the moment. It's hard. It's interesting. A lot of the reliable people are saying Inter are not going to sell him by any means necessary. Now they're saying Lukaku. Some are saying that's just a public position, and behind the scenes, their financial situation means they have to sell. It's difficult. I remember that Matt Hayes thing that he was you tagged that he posted yesterday, saying that Lautaro Martinez does have an agreement with Spurs still, and it is going to happen. But that was, I looked at the source. That was posted by an AC Milan people. Yeah. So of course they're going to say that, and that's I found that quite funny. It was an AC Milan sources basically, or journalists.
You're talking about the tweet that I asked for the tier on Twitter last night.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the tweet.
They're AC Milan people, so I think they're always going to kind of err on the side that he's going to go and stuff. They will probably want to see Inter crash and burn.
Of course they do. After winning the league, especially.
Yeah, I'm just trying. I just wonder if it'll be interesting to see if they don't sell Martinez. Maybe if there's someone, because I reckon maybe that, for example, if they're selling people, maybe they would be more willing to sell players in other positions, like I don't know, like Skriniar or something, or De Vrij, because they haven't sold a centre back yet, rather than Martinez because they've already sold a striker.
Well, I'll take one of them too.
I'll take Skriniar. If they're in deep financial trouble and Martinez is a no-go, I think Skriniar should be our next on the list.
Skriniar would be an absolute brilliant signing.
Skriniar Romero in the back two would be unbelievable.
How would that rate for you in terms of league position, best centre-back partnerships in the league? 'Cause it'll definitely be up there, that's for sure.
I guess first of all, it depends what kind of Van Dijk we're going to get next season.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll be back to his best, but I don't know.
Assume he's back to his best.
Skriniar and Romero. I guess depends how good Romero is in the Premier League, but when you're comparing them to Diaz, Stones, Varane, Maguire, Van Dijk and Gomez, or Van Dijk and Konate, and then you've got a back three of Rudiger, Silva, and Christensen or Zuma. I think player for player, it's probably better than Chelsea. Is it better than United, Maguire and Varane? I don't know. It's hard to say yes. It's hard to say. Varane is Varane, and then Maguire.
Varane would be kind of you compare him to Romero kind of thing, and Maguire you'd compare to Skriniar, right?
I think Skriniar, Maguire similar level, but I think Varane's better than Romero
by far.
Yeah,
not by far, but he is a better player.
Yeah, he's better. So, and then you got Diaz and Stones against Romero and Skriniar. I think Stones would be worse than both of them, although I would maybe not after last season, but I would say overall, I think Skriniar and Romero.
I would prefer Skriniar and Romero, I think,
to Diaz and Stones, but then Diaz is unbelievable.
Diaz,
it would pretty much be Diaz, Skriniar, Romero, Stones to be that order, basically.
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
So maybe Romero and Skriniar might be better. I don't know. And then for Liverpool, if Van Dijk's back to his best,
Van Dijk, Gomez, and Konate.
So even if we get Skriniar and Romero, that's how far we're lagging behind. Even if we get them, it's not even like it puts us in the conversation, but it's not like we are move ahead of anyone.
Yeah,
we're just catching up. Basically, is my point. And that's what we need to do.
Well, look, I think there is some legs to this deal. I really do believe there are some legs to this deal. We're just going to have to see how it plays out because, like you said, they're not going to sell Lukaku and Martinez within the space of a few days of each other. So this one could really be like rumbling on until the last embers of the window. I really believe that.